up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre, the tour reviews and reviews. Back in here with one more video. Guys, you're already looking at the title of the video as well as the thumbnail. Welcome back. But it's time to get active. Shout out to my Instagram, at Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. I feel like I said this every video now, but you guys really be coming through and I appreciate your support on the channel. I'm shouting out my Instagram where the link is down in the description box down below because this post was sent on my Instagram. Keep on continuing to send me content. Wholeheartedly appreciate that. Helps in my content sourcing process. Thanks. Now, I wanted to be able to go over a community chat post one more again. All right, because I think that there's valuable lessons in here and I wanted to be able to bring it up to this platform outside of my community chat posts because I know a subset of y'all don't even see community chat posts. All right, so let's just get right in it. This post right here entitled, "My wife and I had an agreement to help put each other through school. Now that she's through, she is filing for divorce." Now, before we get started, I think that this is valuable lessons, okay? It's going to be a multitude of valuable lessons. Not only is it going to be valuable lessons in keeping records, right? Keeping receipts, right? Verifying portions of your contributions, right? But then also how much the impact of marriage don't mean shit to some people. All right. So the young man starts out basically what the title says. My wife and I both wanted to pursue careers that required advanced degrees. It's a lot of loans. We came up with a plan for each of us to work full time while putting the other through school. For the past 5 years, I've worked to help put her through the last 2 years of her bachelor's degree and 3 years of law school. It's 5 years he's been working. She's graduating in May. In this time, I've covered all of our expenses, rent, utilities, as well as payments to her loans. At the end of the semester, there will be about $75,000 worth of loans that I am co-signed for. A couple of key things that I'm noticing right here. This is a young guy, most likely, more than likely, if they're both going through bachelor's-ish time frame and then postgraduate, they are in their early 20s. They're probably like 25, 26, something to that nature right now. He's taken 5 years to work while she worked zero amount. Now, it doesn't say here whether or not he was working on his bachelor's as well while he worked. Maybe that doesn't even matter, but it just gives you extra information to know how much extra time before he graduates. But what's also interesting, after 5 years, $75,000 is actually not a lot of money, right? Maybe he didn't co-sign on her law degree. Maybe that's what's happening here. But $75,000 for all of that plus a law degree, it's not a lot of money. Anyway, when I excitedly spoke about how much better things will be once she graduates, she was very non-committal and kept saying, "We'll see," when I talked about applying for my program. 2 weeks ago, I was served with divorce papers. I was completely blindsided by this. Let me pause right there. So you came up with a plan. It took you 5 years. What were the context clues in the middle of those 5 years, my G? Now, there's going to be some people in here that's going to be like, MTR, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, they flip on a dime. Most don't. Most, there's context clues all throughout it. All right? But you let your feelings and emotions override the logic of a situation. Most don't. I'm not saying that's not what happened in this case. And the fact that she immediately turned into a transformer, that may have happened. But usually, more often than not, When bullshit like this happens, there's context clues. Here's the second thing that I wanted to touch on real quick. How did you make the decision that she was going to do her education first? Why was that the decision? Why? Why was it not you first? Because, guys, we talk about this on the channel all day. Build yourself first. I think key issue and problem number one is that this young man chose to get married so early when he is unable to estimate the degree of value or morality within a particular person accurately before handling himself first. I think that's the first mistake. All right? Because you don't need a wife to get a bachelor's degree and a law degree, if that's what your goal is, or whatever postgraduate degree that you wanted to get. You don't need a wife in order to be able to do that. But you settled for the love first to a tyrant. Let's keep it moving. 2 weeks ago, I was served with divorce papers. I was completely blindsided. When I asked her for an explanation, the tyrant simply replied that we've been growing apart for a while and she needed to find her happiness. It's not you, it's me. But you're married, though. Why even get married? What's interesting here is that if he was to embark on this shit, getting married, if you were to decide to put your life on hold and work for her, be her servant, getting married is actually the right way to do that. And we'll go over that here in a quick second. I don't know why you would decide to do that, but if you would decide to do that, getting married or a contract with another human being is probably the right way to do that. Because at the end of the day, when she breaks that contract, she's got to pee. I found out this weekend that she met someone in school. He is the son of a named partner of a prominent law firm. Oh, so she's trying to skip steps. So what this evil devil person has done is she's used you for your income, your name on the dotted line of whatever it is that she needs to pay for to get her degree. And she took that, studying for the test. And then while she's there in school, she meets someone else that's even a bigger upgrade. So she's just trying to skip years on life is what she's trying to do. Okay? Because chances are she's do the same thing to the dude in a prominent law firm. If he was to lose his job, she'd move on to the next one. Because that's the type of woman that she is. Okay? She wants the student loan debt split 50-50 in the divorce. What? So you telling me it's your degree and you're leaving me, but you still want me to pay 50% of your life? She is asking for no spousal support as she does not need it. Oh, well, thanks. Thanks. I appreciate you not wanting additional money from me, even though you're going to be the one who's going to be generating way more money than I would, even though I've been working for the past couple of years. When I responded that if she's going to be working as an attorney, that I would be filing for spousal support, she called me a bunch of emasculating names and said, "It's over. It's over. It's over, okay? You need to let me go and be happy for me." I'm going to add some on there. All right? Aren't you man enough to just move on? Aren't you just man enough to just, we're growing apart, Walter. Aren't you just man enough to move along? All right? What do you hate me so? Is it your relationship with your mother? Is that what it is? All right? You must be gay now. Because why would you want these things from me? Let's move on. All right, come back down, gents. come back down. I know I hit a trigger alert for a lot of you guys. Come back down. Come back down. We got to go back in. All right? Focus. All right? Because there's learnings in here. All right? So the young scholar says, I have barely eaten or slept since this happened. I completely understand that. I have a consultation with a divorce attorney on Wednesday. Miraculous. I just feel hopeless. She hasn't worked in 5 years. Is she free to just walk away and leave me with nothing? No. I know she has no income right now, but her earnings will be significant in the future. Am I totally screwed? All right. Got a bunch of awesome comments that's down into the building. Let me give you guys my thoughts. All right. No, she doesn't. You got married to her, which if this situation like this is to occur, you at least have that contract that you signed in the beginning. All right. Hopefully you didn't sign no prenup or nothing like that in the beginning. You didn't mention a prenup in here, so I'm guessing that wasn't signed. All right. But no, she does not have the authority, because what it sounds is that if you got married before you guys came up with this plot and or scheme, okay, sounds like you were married beforehand. All right. So because now you guys are bonded under contract, right? Legally. All right. You have created a plan. You have devised the plot, and now she wants out. She has blindsided you. As long as you have all of the receipts. And this is why I tell you guys all day, when you make arrangements with people, think about how it can be written down. Think about how it can be recorded on tape. Think about how it can be recorded over phone, because it's very important. Okay. No matter if you are in a marriage or you're forming a partnership. Shit. I remember, having a roommate first in college, how we would write down on a piece of paper how much money we would be splitting the rent, just to have it written down. Because from a verbal perspective, shit, and even outside of people lying, this is the worst memory thing known to us. This is not a good thing for remembering. Computers are a good thing for remembering things, but our brain, it's weird. Our brain tends to make things up. Shit, I dream shit all the time that I think actually happened. But that's neither here nor there. But to answer your question, no, you are not totally screwed, but you need to lawyer up. Do not let her getting a law degree ultimately intimidate you. Do not let the information that her new boo-boo kachu is a partner at a law firm intimidate you. Collect all of your paperwork, all of your receipts, all of the information, all of the things that you've paid. Bring them to your lawyer and present it to them during the divorce proceedings. Last thing I wanted to cap off on this is that this is a particularly tumultuous situation for any person to have to deal with the reality that humans will be humans. History has shown that. But you got to be able to grow from this situation. You're still young in your life. You have a lot of living to do. You have a lot of life to undertake. It is by no means over. And she is by no means not the only woman on earth. But now, young man, what you need to focus in on is yourself selfishly and ultimately yourself. All right. Accomplish the things that she thought you would never be able to accomplish. Get over the fact that she used you for a particular bid in your life, a 5-year bid in your life, which right now seems like there was no return on your investment. There was no ROI. Okay. There was none of that. But you're going to get an ROI if your lawyer knows what they are doing, your divorce lawyer. Use this as a life lesson about receipts, a life lesson about women, life lesson about what are the key indicators and the red flags that will let you know that she has the potential to do some bullshit just like this. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Guys, did I get this one right? Did I get it wrong? Leave a comment down in the description box down below. You guys will be surprised, as most of the time now that I do videos about things like this, that the original poster actually sees it at this point in the game. Yeah, I know. It's one of the weirdest things. So I went 4 years on YouTube. I do reactions and things about people and, no one would see it. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, oh, the original creator might see it. So you never know. You know what I'm saying? So your information down below might help this young man to pursue into the future. All right. Last but not least, I got a Patreon. The membership is growing and building each and every day. The community is stronger than it has ever been before. And I'm proud of each and every one of them that's down in there. They're forming workshops. They're forming study groups. We do a cooking Wednesday and someone gets up there and cooks stuff. We're all learning stuff. It's incredible. It's an incredible community that I'm really, really proud of. OK, until next time, YouTube.